Okay, hi. This is exciting for me. I'm speaking to Bircan Unver. Hi, how are you?
Thank you so much. Greetings from beautiful Nice, France, from the third UN Ocean Conference.
Third UN Ocean Conference. Okay.
Yes.
What is happening there? And I see June 13th. I see plastic recycling and so on. And tell us about, well, first tell us about yourself. Why are you there?
First, we organized in 2022 on the World Ocean Day, bringing the public attention at this our circle network about the plastic pollution. It wasn't then this much frequently on the agenda or at least public agenda. And it received very well. And I was looking for the opportunities to bring it back. Um, then, we dive in the water issues, water action decade. Since 2021, we already organized, presented five programs, including what is your ocean action commitment and annual programs, panels, and this is from the artistic side, from the scientific research sides. So we've been dealing more water, but always I was looking for an opportunity to bring back to reconnect with the ocean issue. And when the UN made this ocean announce a call for registration, we all receive it in terms of associated NGOs with the UN and ECOSOC. So I apply for the special accreditation because we are associated with the Department of Global Communications. And my research prove the interest of the subject has been the 2022, the first one we had, also the 5 years in roll our water program, because I don't think that can be separated. It's skin and bone to me. And it was approved. And then when it's approved, then I made all my effort and then decided to attend the conference. And then at the same time, as you are aware, once we are accredited, whether special or through ACOSAC, then we get call for submission, side event submission. And we submitted first for on-site. It was highly challenging. 640 application came in only for on-site for there is blue zone, green zone for the blue zone. And the UN requested to resubmit for off-site or virtual, and then suggested that your project is supporting the conference, please resubmit it. So we did resubmit it and approve it. So yes, now we're going to present um, scaling plastic recycling actually for the circular economy. And we are excited and happy to share that mission of the Bahamas to the United Nations, mission of the Kiribati to the United Nations, and Ocean Recovery Alliance are our organizing partners. And also we have speakers along with them from India, academician, and also from China. So we're going to bring, it's on a symbolic level, a global spectrum, but focusing on the positive aspect in terms of how it can be prevented entering any water resources, particularly oceans, salt water, and recycling them for circular economy. Of course, scientists sort of look like simple, but it requires like a plastic treaty, international frameworks, infrastructure, and especially I'm going to quote by Doug Woodring. He is the founder and managing director of the Ocean Recovery Alliance. He stated that there is already over 6 million ton demand request for the recycled plastics. So instead of using virgin, producing, adding more and more, recycling them, and then also benefit the local communities, coastal communities, who can directly benefit for the circular economy. That's framework is our overarching virtual panel. It is going to be on Friday.
So so how do we make this okay? You have a demand, you have the plastic in the oceans. Who's getting the job done?
The idea, actually, Doug Woodring, he's doing this in different creative, innovative ways in Cambodia, Indonesia, and I think other part of the Asian countries. He's based in both Hong Kong and U.S., California. But he's the way he's doing different type of like festivals and award programs, engaging local communities, let's say every 2 weeks to harvest, it calls harvest plastics, and then they pile up. And there is really an industry already there. I watched a couple documentaries, his documentaries and others. It's becoming a huge industry, but it's not every place in place the needed infrastructure to once you collect it, then you have to clean up and then reuse it. I mean, literally melt. Maybe it's going to be completely different product, but it's going to be completely pure using the life, maybe second, maybe 5 times, depending on the material.
The person you're speaking about, is this a commercial company?
No, he is an NGO and he is licensed UN observer, ocean observer.
Uh-huh.
And he's on our flyer. I think I shared with you the program. I
I
think
don't recollect that. Maybe you could resend that to me in the WhatsApp,
sh sh
please.
would
Uh,
you like me to send now or
uh,
later?
well, I'm recording now, but
Okay.
yeah, as soon as we get off. But
Okay.
you could send that to me and send me. You have like a one pager, or you have two pager. You have some like a press release about this event and things like that.
Yes, yes, we have the link, both all the speakers' bios and also definition and concept, and then what we expect to
And
accomplish.
that's on the website that
Yes,
you sent me.
yeah.
So, you see, we're going to make progress here. Uh, we're gonna clean the oceans, and they want to do drilling in the oceans now. Take out
Yeah,
bare metal.
that's a good point because actually now let's dive in the conference because I've been listening general debate literally 3 full days. Everyone is going different, but I'm kind of how do you say dedicated and to see to understand from the top level member states or top level representatives what they commit, what they bring out issues, because this is a conference towards solutions. And so I'd like to listen, and also who's talking about, as you mentioned, seabed mining and erosion on the coast and sea rising and pollution, micro pollution, and plastic pollution. And today, actually, there was another interesting topic. Maybe we'll get it later on. But the whole idea is, I think, I'm positive, but I don't have the power, but just I can assume based on what I have heard during the last 3 days. I think already 90% of the countries already for the UN plastic treaty. Actually, our program is also supporting that, promoting the UN plastic treaty, because it's going to be binding in August. It's going to be meeting in August. It's the last session. And when it's become binding, then it will require necessity mechanism, not right away, but to develop and to put in place to make it work. And also it may require legal international infrastructure because you may collect one place and then but the buyer or the user might be another country. So it seems simple, but it's complicated.
It sounds it. It sounds it. Well, I appreciate you. Where are you from?
I'm originally Turkish and Turkish born, and I become a U.S. citizen in 2001. So 24 years I'm U.S. citizen. I'm Turkish
Wow,
native.
great. Well,
Yeah.
congratulations for this pursuit. We
Thank
do
you.
the World Earth Day concerts in Times Square. We've been involved with water for 20 plus years. My associate helped create World Water Day at the United
Mhm.
Nations. So water is the sustenance of life. Without it, we die. And
Indeed.
so I get right to the point. And clean water.
Indeed.
And we have a lot of it, water, but it's not clean enough to
Indeed.
drink. So
And
we need to
getting
be
more chemicals, plastics
more
in
pollution and
not
so
water
on.
and in everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, your website is
lmglobal.org. This is the relatively new website in terms of it. We started with lightmillennium.org, double L, double N, and it has enormous content in it, but the program was outdated, and then it required to reproduce all over. So then now the late millennium org serves as the archive, and lmglobal.org is the active posting. So it
fantastic.
is 5 years LM Global, and Light Millennium is on the web since 1999. But
Okay.
I don't add on since 2018.
All righty. Well, you're dedicated, and we need people like you. You're
Thank
good
you.
news. Thank you.
Think I did add one thing. It's kind of still mind blowing to me. This morning, there are early morning side events, and I attended the one yesterday, and I attended one this morning, 8:45 to 10, before the general debate begins. Yesterday, one was interesting too, and several member states already signed an ocean account. And I haven't searched yet, but I'm putting out as a concept because the frequently mentioned, and we heard before, ocean economy or blue economy, but I'm not sure what is the differences on ocean account, ocean economy, blue economy. I have to find out, but I'm kind of throwing out, kind of stirring the minds. The other thing was today, this morning, it was another interesting session. Uh, we know it's a big, huge issue, especially with the water, transboundary water resources. But this one was connected with the transboundary seas, ocean. It seems like poetic, and whole world, we are all connected with water, all that. But I mean, without coming in conjunction with a legal treaty to really push it further together, without, I mean, uh, just even though at the beginning of the session, he was the keynote speaker, I think Minister of Panama. Uh, he mentioned that it's horrible thing that 500. I hope I'm wrong. I got it wrong. 540 or 20,000 people every year human trafficking through the Panama Canal, and and then some they kill them, throw them to forest, something. It's horrible. And then he was talking about the cartels. And then, but also he was suggesting that, water connects, and he was supporting the transboundary oceans and rivers. But at the same time, without having that legal frame, like enforcement, global enforcement. then it's, I mean, who's gonna able to stop? It's already happening, and who's responsible? Who pays the consequences? So those are kind of mind-blowing issues
So
to me.
that's another concerning scenario that needs tender love and care and respect, and people trying to improve these scenarios and for freedom. And
Yeah, but if it's not hand in hand as it is now, all over in every part, and then if you have, okay, let's say be Pollyanna utopists, let's say suddenly we open all the oceans, transboundary, all waters, all oceans, all seas, and if you don't have legal global enforcement, then
the
if you can't stop now, how are we going to stop then?
Unfortunately, I have people that say, you never have peace. People don't bomb their customers. Business is business, and legal matters is legality. These are a whole nother level to humanity just being kind and giving to each other. You have rules and regulations that come up that are conflict with each other, countries conflict with each other. They're problematic scenarios, but with people like you and people trying at the UN to deal with these things, uh,
Very little. I mean, it's
it's
even a speck of sand.
just
I
well,
mean,
the little, you got to start somewhere. I
yeah,
thank
that's
you. I got to run to another interview, but thank you, and keep
my
up the good
pleasure.
work. All righty,
Thank you so much for having me.
send me some more information about yourself and the organization. Thank you.
Okay, I will send this right away. Thank you so
All right.
much for having me.
Okay.
Have a great day. Bye
You
now.
too. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye.